Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It is September 28th, 2025, and I'm back with a message. The curator, or who I've come to know as the curator, was talking to his buddies about sending in a shape shifter. One masculine stated that he was gonna use his pistol. And another masculine said that he's getting out of here. They're discussing a hit. What sounded like the curator is talking real low with this other masculine, and the other masculine vowed that it will be isolated. So this is a hitman. The curator is hiring a hitman. They're being hired to commit a crime. They have asked that it be isolated, in that it won't involve a large number of folks or have witnesses. I got the idea at this time about a particle event, some sort of a transport of an individual. So it's like they're going to use the pistol, they're going to unalive somebody, and then when their spirit soul complex leaves that temple, like they're going to latch onto it like Ghostbusters or something, and then suck it out of there and claim it. It could also be some sort of a catastrophe, like corrupting a town's water supply, like in Flint. The other day, somebody mentioned wuta, which is water in British. They're using technology to interfere in somebody's life. And whether it be micro or macro, an individual person or a vicinity of folks is unknown. A masculine is having a conversation and said, identify her. He keeps repeating, identify her, identify her. It's like he's stalking somebody in the astral realm, in the dream space. And they're wanting to identify whoever they're stalking there in this 3D space. Sometimes an 80-year-old woman can appear to be a 24-year-old woman in the dream space. You may know that when you have a dream, if you are older in the dream space, you may actually appear like a youth. So they're looking to identify this woman that they have been stalking in the astral realm. Now, the other day they were talking about her having a 70% approval rating. They've been calling her a magistrate and a dignitary. She has a different perspective on the way things are going than these warring dominator masculines. And people like what she has to say, and these masculines are very upset about that. They want to get rid of any influence that this feminine might share in this 3D realm. It seems they are well liked in the other realm. Realm. There are limitless numbers of universes, and I have no idea about time, but it seems like everything kind of smashes into each other, you know? Maybe. Take it as it resonates. But these warring masculines here in this realm do not want that same behavior to materialize here in the 3D for this and other feminines. They are desperate to stop its manifestation, this respect, this respectful consideration of a new way. One masculine said, it's not worth it. Like he doesn't want to fight about it. There is another masculine talking about a preposition. Now, a preposition is a connecting word or phrase that shows a relationship, a noun or a pronoun, and another word in the sentence. So it sounds like they're trying to join one thing to another. Words, deeds, relationships. They're trying to generate or create some sort of connector, a bridge, to prove Relationship, which it doesn't exist. This relationship, whatever the preposition they're trying to create here, it would be false. It doesn't actually exist. And another masculine is saying it's not worth it. Like they don't have the bridge. There's no more connection to wherever this woman is, in whatever dimensional space she is, wherever it is that she is well liked. These ones don't actually have a connector. They want a connector. They need this woman in order to gain access to this space. And they could be looking through some looking glass, trying to spy on people within these other realities at this time. Take it as it resonates. They want to claim this life, this bridge that they view her as, and then step in as her with a 70% approval rating, and then lead the people down a different path with a different influence. Somebody said something about over the weekend and making a lesson out of her. They want to scare everybody and then make them afraid to actually dare to become anybody of value that might influence others to do the same. Now, these mean people have constantly, dampened and put a huge damper on the feminine and her ability to rise, to improve herself, to add value to her soul and her life. And they want to make a lesson out of somebody who has, because she has risen and she's gained some respect from people. She's been called a dignitary and a magistrate. And she's got a different way of viewing life. She's tired of war. People are tired of war. But these fellows speak very confidently as though they own this realm, as though they own the feminine, her energy, her flesh, her service. And if they don't say that she can rise or have anything at all, or some kind of an influence, or gain any kind of knowledge or respect from anybody, then in their mind, she can't. It does not seem as though they believe in the Most High God, who has led her into an ascension. He claimed her, one of the chosen ones. And they want to take everything that God has given to her in this other space. They want to make sure that that reality there does not materialize here. In this 3D realm, they want to remain in command of all the territory and the wealth. They're talking about some sort of an ambush. One masculine is asking another if she's a left-hander. So it's like she's capable or willing to go there when it comes to defending her life. And it's like they want to know which direction her defensive blows may come from, or which direction she would be most vulnerable from. They're talking about tires. And the other day they were talking about vehicle maintenance and functionality. So it's like they were targeting somebody's tires. So be aware of that if you get a flat. They were saying that it's going to be an isolated incident, so just be careful. These masculines, and it sounded like the curator was there talking with them about somebody siphoning the energy. And they're upset about an indictment, as though this magistrate, this dignitary, has filed an indictment against these masculines for siphoning the energy of humans and other life. That's what it sounds like. An indictment is a formal charge or accusation of a serious crime. It's a thing that serves to illustrate a system or a situation is bad and deserves to be condemned. So we've got a magistrate dignitary out there in the dream space or the astral realm, where things have been getting cleaned up very quickly over the last 15 or so months. And it sounds like she has filed an indictment against these dominator masculines who wish to create war. Like, if they don't want her here having any say or influence over the people, their minds, their lives, their actions, what it is they deserve or can have, or their potentials to create such opportunities for themselves. And they're very, very upset. They want to make an example out of this woman. God has lifted her up, chosen her, led her into an ascension, and then granted her this position from which she is filing these kinds of indictments, these accusations, to get rid of these tyrants who've been siphoning the energy out of everybody like vampires. And they want to make an example out of her for doing such things, for being so courageous. So they want to identify her in this realm. Like I mentioned, an 80-year-old woman in this realm can look like she's 24, 18, whatever in the other space. So they don't really know what they're looking for. But they are information gathering and planning, different circumstances and events. So take this as it resonates, and please use caution. And remember that not all messages are for you. This is a big world, and there's a lot of important people. See you on the next one, everybody. Bye.